LeEco, which is formerly known as LATV, may be still considered as a newcomer to the smartphone game, but they have released quite a few high-quality smartphones in a short amount of time. LeEco Le2 is one of their latest offerings, and it indeed looks like a nice phone for a reasonable price. This is Linus, learn more in our full review. The phone ships with some paperwork, USB-C cable, SIM ejector pin, a fast charger, and last but not least, USB Type-C to 3.5mm headset jack adapter, since this phone does not have a classic 3.5mm headset jack. The first impressions once we took the phone out of the box, it is just gorgeous. The phone has an excellent all-metal build quality, nice and tactile buttons, and rose gold color option looks awesome. One of the most interesting aspects of this phone is that it does not have a headset jack. Instead, LeEco assures that this phone is capable of providing even better audio experience via the USB port. I have to tell you that the sound quality via the earphones is very good, and the volume output is also very loud. We have a 5.5 inches 1080p display, which is nice, sharp, and visible outdoors. Also, we have nicely backlit capacitive buttons, notification LED, and 8 megapixels camera on the front. Design-wise, Le2 is very similar to the Le1S, which is also a great-looking phone. The metal material of the phone is very nice to the touch. We have a 16 megapixels camera and a dual-tone dual LED flash for picture taking. The fingerprint scanner works straight from the standby mode. It is fast and accurate. The IR blaster is here to control devices like TVs. The sound quality via the loudspeaker is pretty good and it can get pretty loud. However, the sound could have a little bit more depth. LeEco Le2 sports some great internal hardware components. It uses a MediaTek Helio X20 chip, which is clocked at 2.3 GHz, 3 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of storage, which is not expandable. The gaming performance is good, but it is not great. If you play high-demanding games like Asphalt 8 on medium graphics, there will be no skipped frames or lag. However, once you set graphics to maximum, you should expect some occasional stutter from time to time. Also, the phone gets a little warm pretty quickly, but it does not overheat to uncomfortable levels, so you don't need to worry about that. When it comes to the user interface, we have the EUI 5.6, which is built on top of Android 6.0. If you are familiar with the EUI, it hasn't really changed much. All apps sit on the home screens, and we have a LeTV Services quick access button at the center. However, all the content is in Chinese on our Chinese review unit. What I love about the EUI is that you can quickly access settings toggles, adjust brightness, open or close your recent apps, and so on, and you can do all that in one place by simply clicking a left capacitive button. As usual, we have some customization options, quite a few settings and tweaks to play with. A few software bugs include duplicated icons for some apps and camera crashing issue once you go into the settings menu. Some other issues include quite a few missed Chinese-English translations. I'm pretty sure these issues will be fixed very soon with the upcoming software update. Most importantly, the UI is running fast, fluid, and I didn't have a single hiccup no matter how many apps were open in the background. The 16 megapixels camera can take some great daylight images which have plenty of detail, natural looking colors, and sharpness. The quality decreases with a lower amount of lighting, but the pictures still look pretty good. The low light camera performance is mediocre as on all phones in this price range. You may get some okay looking images, but they will still have a lot of noise and a low amount of detail. The phone can shoot videos at 4K resolution. However, I could not play 4K videos on my MacBook. Actually, this is exactly the same issue I had on the Le1, but I will leave download links to the original files below the video. As for 1080p video, it is not bad, but the main issues are that it is a bit shaky and there is no continuous autofocus feature. An 8-megapixel selfie shooter will definitely do the trick for social media needs. LeEco decided to stick with a 3000 mAh battery, and I was able to fully charge it in 1 hour and 20 minutes with a supplied charger. As for day-to-day use, I could get around 4.5 hours of screen on time on a light use and around 4 hours on a heavy use of the phone. Not the best result, but it is pretty good for the size of the battery. So here it is, the LeEco Le2. The phone looks and feels premium due to its all-metal build, and it feels great in the hand. Also, we have a nice, sharp and bright display, very fast user interface with quite a few customization options, good cameras, accurate fingerprint sensor, and a fast charging feature out of the box. For some users, the lack of the headset jack is a shortcoming, but if you usually use a pair of Bluetooth earphones like me, you don't really care about it. Although we like the UI, it has quite a lot of missed translations, which is inexcusable for the company, which aims to become a big player in the international market. Also, the lack of the microSD card slot may not be a deal breaker, but a lot of users really appreciate this cheap storage expansion option. Other than that, LeEco Le2 is a great and high quality phone. You can get it for around $200 US via the third-party resellers, and it is definitely one of the better options for the price at the moment. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and if you want to see a more in-depth review that includes some more camera samples, benchmark results and more, please visit gizmochina.com. Also, please subscribe and check out my own TechLine HD YouTube channel for some more videos. See you soon.